So, a legal system of a country is a system of justice and reflects the country's history and culture. When discussing the concepts of law, cause, trials, and innocent and guilt, and we should mention the law system and its jury system in the United States. So, firstly, I will talk about three intriguing questions that the answers might differ from your response as you are from different countries. Firstly, is it better for a guilty person to go free rather than punishing an innocent unfairly? Secondly, is it sometimes necessary to punish innocent people so that no guilty person escape justice? Thirdly, is a person guilty until proven innocent? Or, in other words, that is more logical, is a person innocent until proven guilty? The basic principle of the US legal system is when an accused person is innocent until they are proven guilty. So let's look at the United States legal system in terms of what makes it so different from other countries' legal systems. And we'll talk about the common law and how it differs from the civil law, and also the jury system, which many foreigners are really curious about. And last but not least, we'll talk about the plea bargaining, that the way most cases are settled, so that we can provide you a better understanding how the United States approach to law is different in your country. So, although different from many countries, the US legal system is not unique as it is based on a system brought over by the first settlers from England. There were two basic systems in the Europe in the last 100 years. The first one is a common law, which is oftenly practiced in Great Britain, and civil law practiced in other European countries. The civil law depends on a written code of law, and the court based on this code to decide if a person is guilty or innocent. If they are guilty, then the punishment to the accused will be given. The common law, however, generally practiced in some English-speaking countries, including the US. They develop cases by case, and the jury determined the defendant's guilt by the common law, and the judge considered the court and precedent's decision, which will guide the previous court decisions to make their own. The U.S. Constitution guarantees the right to be tried by a jury, which is the group of 6 to 12 ordinary citizens who have research in either civil or criminal case. Dealing with disputes between private individuals, often involving contracts and property rights, are what the civil trials are like. However, criminal trials, where the government represents the public, prosecute individuals accused of committing a crime. In a civil trial, the jury decides which side is right and how much money should be paid for damages. However, in a criminal trial, the jury decides guilt or innocent of the accused. So there are major differences between the criminal and civil trials. Firstly, in a criminal case, the defender doesn't have to testify. It is the government's role to prove the individual guilty. However, in a civil trial, the defender must testify. It is for a jury's responsibility when it comes to convicting a person in a criminal case. They must believe the person guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, and the government must present high degree of proof. The jury in a civil trial, however, decides which side has presented more evidence to defend his case. The judge and the jury at the trial have different roles. The judge's main responsibility is to see the trial is conducted according to the law or not, and the jury decides whether they believe the accused and their evidence. Most people in the US favor the jury system and also criticize it. In fact, only about 20% of the legal cases reach the courts, which in civil cases, the two sides dispute out of court to their lawyers. However, in criminal cases, most accused would come to plead bargaining, where it is when an accused person pleads guilty to a serious crime. It is allowed to happen oftenly because the large amount of cases cannot be solved all by the court, which plea bargaining can help save time and money. The punishment will be less severe for the accused than going to the court when they are later found guilty. So overall, the US have more people in prison in any country.